Welcome back to China Price Watch. In today's Money Matters, we're talking about how China's state-owned telecom companies earn profits from junk texts. A reporter from National Business Daily found that junk texts are sent through a kind of group service provided by the telecom operators. An insider indicated that the telecom operators are in fact helping accelerate the overflow of junk texts instead of supervising. He went to expose that despite telecom operators promising the MIIT to provide measurements to control the overflow of junk texts by blocking them and accepting reports from customers, the telecom operators actually bypass the measurements to provide benefits to mass junk text senders instead. According to the reporter, in 2012, the MIIT sent requirements for the telecom operators to strengthen their ability to recognize and filter junk texts, building related systems nationwide to stop junk texts from being sent. However, the telecom operators shielded its customers from blocking junk texts to make it more difficult to block junk texts. The telecom operators provided a safe code starting number, 106, to aid in the sending of junk texts. The code number prevents any normal cell phone user from blocking the phone and is often exclusively used by the telecom operators themselves. An insider indicated that it would be impossible to send junk texts in China without the help of telecom operators. If the state wants to prohibit junk text messaging, then maybe they should start a dialogue with telecom operators first. Previously, the MIIT had encouraged cell phone users to report junk text received to the operators in order to help effectively recognize the information channels used by junk texters. However, telecom operators took advantage of their position and rendered the customer reports useless. The telecom operators were supposed to shut down illegal information channels, but actually put the customers who reported junk texts more than twice onto a blacklist. According to the Chinese Internet Reporting Center, every cell phone user in China receives at least 11 junk texts weekly, occupying 22.5% of the total number of messages received at the second half of 2012. Many junk texts have severely affected people's daily lives. The most awkward thing for Chinese consumers is the noticeable lag between changes to the junk text industry and the policies written to stop it. The reporter noticed that China had created some telecom regulation policies in 2000, but none had focused on the management of junk texts. Some measures were made in 2004 related to junk text regulation. None have resulted in the prosecution of senders. A lawyer from a well-known Beijing law firm indicated that junk texts in China are still absent of legal supervisions and management. Compared to China's legally free to send junk texts, some countries have implemented strict policies regulating the industry, such as in America, where one law stated that junk text senders could be fined $6 million and put into jail, while in South Korea, junk text senders could be charged $29,074 in penalties. With the gradually improving Chinese legal system, the law seems to miss when it comes to junk texting. There might be less of a conflict of interest in cases where the telecom companies aren't state-owned. Hopefully measures will be enforced ending illegal profit-making schemes in state-owned telecom companies. Don't go away, because up next for our question of the day, we'll hear what Beijingers have thought of their junk text messages. Stay tuned.